Hey, good morning, you all. It's 5:30 in the morning here, so I'm in my pajamas on my couch trying to not wake any of my kids up. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on and do this quick 30-minute high PA power hour. It's seriously incredible what you can get done in 30 focused minutes. And so that's what we're going to do right now. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to put something up in our stories, and we're going to take 3 minutes to do this. Well, first, we're going to do the 3, 6, 9, 12 method. And so we're going to do 4 different things, and we're going to spend 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, 12 minutes, and then that will make it 30 minutes total that we've spent on here. And we're going to do things on our high five list. So the first thing, we're going to spend 3 minutes in our stories. And so just put up with stories. It could be something that, really quick. It could be something that's not about plexus if you've already have something plexus in there, or a few ideas if you need to put something plexus related in your stories because you haven't in a little bit, is to screen. I like to do this a lot because this takes like hardly any time. Go to a stories of your friend that they posted of themselves, maybe like a before and after. My friend just did this, Kara. She posted her before and after, like 2 lines of, here we go. It was like 2 lines. That's it. And it was her before and after progression. And it was like 4 different pictures, and it was incredible. And so all I did was screenshot it from her Facebook. I went into my stories, I put it in my stories, and I tagged her, and I was like, Kara, I'm so excited for you. And then right after that slide, I hopped on and showed my face and just said, oh my goodness, you guys, did you just see that? Like, so excited. It's incredible what can happen when whatever. I don't even remember what I said. I just said, like, I was just excited. But the most important thing I feel like was just like hopping on and showing my face right after that slide, kind of explaining it. So that's what you can do. You can share in your stories. If you just make sure you're muted. Let's have questions. Another thing I love to do for my stories is a progression story. So I use the same exact picture because then I don't use an app. Like I just use the stories feature on Instagram. It takes me like 3 minutes. I go in there, I find a picture I want to use for my Plexus stories. Sometimes it's like a picture, just say it's a picture of me with my pink drink. And I will put like, here's an example. I'll have my picture of my pink drink. I'll put like things I dealt with, ... chronic fatigue, digestive issues, crazy mood swings. And I'll write out all the things that I dealt with. And then you save it to your phone. If you're not muted, go ahead and just mute yourself. So there's not background noise. And then I'll save it to my phone, and then I'll delete a few of the words, save it to my phone again, delete a few of the words. So I have like 2 or 3 slides. So then when I go, and then I'll get the same picture blank or a new one, maybe one with me and my kids. And I'll say how I feel now, and then a few things. And then it's so when people go to your stories and they tap and they see like things I dealt with, ... and then they tap again, and then they see chronic fatigue, crazy mood swings, tap again, digestive issues, daily nausea, tap again, and then a few other things. So it's the same exact picture. It's just more words are popping up. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's a really easy way to make quick stories. And then I always like to, a lot of times I like to end it with a poll. So I'll say like, oh, tell me more, or I want your code, or something to kind of encourage someone to interact. I just signed someone up the other day from a poll on my Instagram I'd never met before, complete stranger. And so ending it with a poll is a good idea. Okay, so 3 minutes, you guys. Go do a stories, and then we'll hop back on here, go to the next thing. Okay, so we just posted something in our stories. Something I like to do with my stories too is just take things throughout the day and then upload them at like nap time or when I'm in the bathroom or whatever. But I don't just constantly upload things to my stories, but I'll take different things throughout the day and then upload them because you want to be doing that to just kind of show the behind the scenes of crazy life. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is some customer care for 6 minutes. So a few different ways to do some customer care today. You can write a note. I always do this. So every new person who gets started on the products that I personally help, I send them a handwritten note, thanking them, telling them how excited I am. So if you don't do that, or if you just sign someone up, you need to do that. That's something you can do for some awesome customer care. Sending them a handwritten thank you note. Or what we're going to mostly focus on today is the second option, and that is asking for referrals. And so why this would be in a customer care bucket, I feel like because if you help someone just grab one friend to do this with them, their chances of sticking with the products go up 85%. So that's crazy. And if we know people stick with for a year, I forgot to put that in, it goes up 85% for a year. They're more likely to stay consistent with the products. And we know if someone sticks with the products for a year, they're going to love the results because they're going to have had a good time to let their body start to heal, start to balance. So that's why I consider this customer care. But this is how you can do it. So if you have someone, this would be for someone who either they just got their products or they just got their products, they just got started, or someone who just messaged you maybe the last couple months or this month and said that they're loving the energy they had or they loved something about the products. So you can message them, and I'm going to put some verbiage in the chat really quick in a sec. But you can message them and just say something like, hey, so it's like, hey, would you do a huge favor for me and give me a shout out on your Facebook? I'm so excited for those results. You told me that energy that you're seeing, and I run my business off of referrals, and it would literally mean so much. And they say, sure, or hey, what does that mean? Or yeah, I would love to. Then you can say, oh my goodness, you are the sweetest. Thanks a million. Emoji. I like to do heart emojis. Here's an idea of what you can say. Feel free to tweak it anyway. Post with a pic of you and let me know when you post so I can go like and comment. And so then you send them an exact post of what they can say. If you know exactly what they are struggling with or struggled with, you can tweak it for them instead of it says in here for them to like fill in X, Y, and Z. Just do it for them. That way they don't even have to do anything. You can literally just copy and paste, put it with a picture. And then your job, your main job would be to keep your eyes on that post once they tag you on it. And so that way, anyone who comments, you can help them know like how to like get them into a three-way chat with you. And so you can do all the work. So it's not, so you can just help them get started with their friend. Okay, I can't remember her name, but there's the Diamond that's she got started because of a referral. Someone posted a referral post and she saw it and got started, and she ended up, the level 1 that signed up, that person didn't become a jewel, but she did. And so that's crazy to think like you could be helping sign up someone and they become one of your jewels and not necessarily that person that connected you with them. So let me put this in the comments really quick so you can. And if you don't do emojis, like don't do emojis. I do lots of emojis, so. Okay, stick that in the chat. And again, like tweak it per the person if they have had results or if they haven't. So maybe they're brand new, you send them that, hey, oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you. You're going to just love the changes that you see with time. Hey, would you do a huge favor for me? And say the message. Okay, we're going to spend 6 minutes checking in. So if you don't have someone to send this to ask for a referral, but you have someone who you need to check in on, just checking on your people. Customer care is so important. And this can also include people on your team who are business builders. So maybe you need to check in with a leader about something, but checking in with people already on your team is what we're gonna be doing for 6 minutes. So Jenny had a question and she said, what is a good way to answer someone when they ask what is plexus? A great way to do that is just to send them the short video on triplex and to say, hey, here's a 2-minute video that just explains in a nutshell what it is. I'll check back in 10 minutes or something to where they know, like, you'll check back in. I'll check back later tonight. We've had a chance to watch it and answer any questions you have. And then let them watch it. And then after they've watched it, you can say, hey, oh my goodness, did you relate to anything in that video? Ask them some type of question. But that's a great way to do it, because then you're not making yourself the expert. You're using a third-party tool, and makes it really simple. Okay, yeah, Cynthia just posted an awesome response to that question as well. What is plexus? So if you scroll up, there's a script on there that was so good. Thank you for sharing that, Cynthia. Okay, so the next thing, to save the links. Okay, so I don't save them usually. I just go to YouTube every single time and just click in plexus triplex, find the copy paste, send them the link. I just have the YouTube app on my phone, so I find that that's simple for me. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is follow up. 9 minutes of follow up. Follow up is so much fun. And a lot of times it can be frustrating, maybe a little bit, because we followed up with someone who's told us that they were so excited to start, but then they just disappeared. And we follow up, and you just don't hear back from them. Don't quit, like, keep going. I have signed up probably, should have not looked at this before I got on this call. Most of my leaders and my runners, I think actually all of them, because I followed up. That's why they signed up. And so people usually aren't just going to flock to you to grab your plexus from you. Following up is so important. And it's just, yeah, fortune is in the follow-up. So I put a few script ideas in the comments that you can use, but another great way to follow up. So today's challenge and action for you all in the Mexico Momentum page that Jordan posted about telling your story. A great way to use this as a follow-up. So make your post today or tonight, sometime tonight, just sharing a little bit of story, just like she told you. And when you do that, after you post it, you can tag a few people that have been really interested, but they just, it hasn't been the right timing, just so they can see it. Or if you post a testimonial and you think of someone who can relate to it, tagging them in it. It can give me like a different way to follow up with someone when they're not seeing your messages or always responding. Because a lot of times people don't even have the Messenger app on their phone, or their kid opened it and they didn't realize they had any message or whatever. But a lot of times it's not them ignoring you. It's just really like life is crazy and busy, and Plexus is not the first thing on their mind. And so trying just switching up your follow-ups a little bit here and there can really make a huge difference. And the scripts that I put in the comments, I mean, you would tweak them to be for you, but they've been ones that have worked really well for me in following up with people. The code one that says, "Hey lady," can't see it in front of me. Where'd it go? It says, "Hey lady, is Plexus still something you're wanting to get started with? I have a $60 off code right now." That would just be whatever you want it to be. Okay, so membership is $30 off. And if you use the code SAM2020, that takes $10 to $20 off, depending on which welcome pack they get. So you could say $50 off, or if you wanted to stack onto that, 60 or whatever, like you can decide on that code on it. But because you're combining all those discounts, I just make it simple and I say I have a code for $50 off or $60 off or whatever. So just explaining that. But yeah, we're going to follow up. If anyone has questions, let me know. Yes, tag them in the comments. I've had just the other day, I signed up someone who I tagged in the comments, and she was like, "Oh, thank you so much for tagging me. I've been wanting to do this, so life has been crazy, but I'm so excited to start feeling better." So you just never know. They don't always see their messages. Or you can tag and message them too, which tag them and then message them a voice text and say, "Hey, I remember you telling me that X, Y, and Z was something that you were so excited to see a difference in and change with taking these Plexus products. I shared a story just now and I thought of you, and I wanted to make sure you saw that. When you have a sec, can you go check out that tag or can you go check out that story I just tagged you in?" Or something like that. And then that way they're getting a message from you, that personal touch, but then also that tag. But a lot of times I just tag people. I don't always, if they're someone who is super interested in Plexus, I don't just tag people who are like, I had reached out to them and then they never responded. I don't tag people like that. If it's someone who told me like, yeah, I really want to try this, or I'm really interested, or they came to me first, those are so people who have been very interested in it. Also for follow-up, sometimes I say exactly what I'm doing at the time. So yesterday or Sunday night, I was giving my son a bath. And so you could hear water in the background. And I just sent a few voice texts and said, "Hey, I'm giving my son a bath right now. And I thought of you," and whatever whatever else I said. But I just like made it just like whatever I was doing. I've even done this with really great results. When I've been in the bathroom hiding from my kids, I literally, like, I was sitting there just taking a minute to breathe. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have some follow-ups." And so I said exactly what I was doing. I was like, "Hey, I'm hiding in the bathroom from my kids," and did like a laughing emoji. But I just want to check back in really quick and whatever our conversation had ended with. But most people open that message when they see that, when the first thing they see is, "Hey, I'm hiding in the bathroom from my kids." So making the first line something that grabs their attention is super helpful too. Okay, so Jenny said, "How many times do you check back with them even though they are not responding? After some point, they were so interested in Plexus." So frustrating, right? Like, you're like, "What in the world? You asked me." But you just keep following up and you just try to just, like, tweak it a little bit. So if your last follow-up was about a sale, have your next follow-up be inviting them to an event. Or if it was inviting them to an event, have your next follow-up be tagging them. or just like keep doing different things. Or maybe you just need to do something that's not even related to plexus and hop on there and say, oh my goodness, like, where was that place you just stayed at for your vacation? That looked so fun, or something like that. Or hop on their stories and reply to their stories because it goes into their messenger. That's one of my favorite ways to like just chat with someone, or let them know, like, just so they see a message from me that's not plexus related if I kind of want to like mix it up. Or comment on their posts. Those are all great ideas. Because you never know. I followed up with people for years, and you never know when the right time is for them. My Sapphire on my team, I think I followed up with her close to 2 years. So, um, and I see Tiffany on here. I think Tiffany, didn't I follow up with you for like 2 years? And she's getting close to senior gold, you guys. So like, follow up, even if they don't always respond. And then, okay, so the next question, I have a lady that actually contacted me about plexus, but over the last month, I've reached out 4 times, no response at all. Yes, years. Now what? Okay, so kind of the same thing. I mean, because especially like let that give you confidence knowing that they reached out to you about plexus. So they're interested, but who knows what's going on? Like I just checked in with someone who, as far as I knew, loved their products when they first started. They signed up, then like radio silence for like years. I could not get her to respond to me. I was like, I don't know. And then the other day, finally, I was just like blunt to the point. I was like, hey, lady, have you ever thought about getting back on plexus? And she responded with something really hard and sad that she's been going through. And it was a good conversation. Like we got to chat a little bit, and she has been wanting to get started, but it's just really bad timing for her right now. And so a lot of times that's what it is. It's just like life is crazy. And so they said they're interested. So it's your job to follow up until they say yes or no. And so they just stay on that follow up list until the end of time, until they say yes or no. But you just want to get a little bit creative and change up your follow ups. Like I was saying, not always do the same thing. Hey, well, okay, so how do I keep up? I would I'll just to be honest, tell you I'm not the best at organization. But one of the best, like, you just need to have a system that works for you. So if it's pen and paper or if it's on your phone in your note section, just always just have your list, your follow-up list. Every single time that somebody says they're interested, put them on that list, or that you reach out to and that you need to follow back up with. Put them on your follow-up list and just keep adding to it. And you have one running list. And then as someone signs up, you can cross them out. Um, when they finally say no, then you say, "Hey, well, thanks so much for letting me know," and just go back to whatever, the relationship, like, just commenting, posting. You never know. I reached out to somebody 4 years ago, long time ago, 4 years ago, about the products, and she responded and she said, "Thanks, but no thanks," because she'd already had a friend that she took it with. Um, basically. Well, she just reached out to me 4 years later, and she just signed up yesterday, with like, basically a double pack. We kind of made up our own thing, but it was kinda like a double pack. Um, you guys, you never know, like, when maybe, like, so 4 years later, but because I reached out to her, and made that touch of and asked, and she said no, but hey, I asked, said no, okay, we moved on. And then she saw how consistent I've been for these 4 years, like, posting on my Facebook. And so when she was ready to start again, and her friend that quit or whatever that she was with, she knew who to go to because I had reached out to her. I was consistent. She knows that I'm like, I know my stuff. I'll help her with what she needs help with. So just keep reaching out. When people say no, then you just go back to just commenting, liking their stuff, and you never know when they'll be ready and they'll reach back out. Okay, so we are going to go on to the last part, which is new reach outs. Let me find it. So new reach outs basically is just, it's inviting, asking, it's messaging someone who never messaged before about Plexus, or you message them like 6 months or more, or maybe last year they said no, or maybe they, depending on how the conversation was, but you can circle back around and invite to an event, or just ask again, just a different way. So that counts as a new reach out too. And I'm going to put a script idea in the comments. um I'm gonna put two different script ideas in the comments, because an idea, so if someone has liked a post, that's a great way to reach out to them. And that's how I've signed up a lot of people, is by reaching out to them after they've liked a post, not commented on my Plexus post. And so I have a script for that. It's the same almost as that follow-up. It's just a little bit different. It says, "Okay, you are the sweetest for always being so supportive on my Plexus post and clicking like. It literally means so much. Have you ever tried it, or have you ever tried Plexus?" Or like end it in a question. Or you can send a voice text saying that. Basically, you're just thanking them for liking your post and for that support, and asking them if they've tried it. So we are going to spend 12 minutes, do some new reach outs, and we'll be done. Yay, Derek. That's super exciting. Just got someone to agree to do a referral post. So fun. Hey, okay, so we're going to go ahead and just end this. If you still have messages to send for today, make sure to get that finished. When I'm not explaining things and talking, then you really can get all of that done in 30 minutes. You could when you're just like focused. So anyway, I hope it was super helpful for you all. I love the 3, 6, 9, 12. Sometimes it will look like 3 minutes of mindset and affirmations, 6 minutes of social media, birthdays, commenting, making a post, 9 minutes of follow up, 12 minutes of reach outs. Usually the 9 and 12 are always follow ups and reach outs because those tend to take the longest and they're the most important. Does anyone have any other questions really quick before we end this call? Oh, good. You're welcome. I'm so glad it was helpful. Yes, it will be posted on the recordings will be posted on the Mexico Momentum page, and they will be, Katie, yes, they will be the same time every day, actually, led by different diamonds. So tomorrow is a new jewel that will be leading the power hour, but it will be the same exact time, Monday through Friday. So basically it's just if it's the 3, 6, 9, 12, it is just like 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, 12 minutes. And it's just a way to get in like super intentional IPA. So if you sit down 30 minutes, you do three, like today, just now, we did 3 minutes of posting something in our stories. We did 6 minutes of customer care. We asked for referrals. We checked in with people on our team. So 6 minutes of customer care. And then we did 9 minutes of following up with potentials. And then we did 12 minutes of reaching out to new people about plexus. So that was how we did it today. Sometimes you can switch it up a little bit, but you mostly just want to be focusing on those things on your high five. And don't forget to get in your training today. That's part of the high five too, but I always do that when I'm doing dishes or laundry or driving or taking a walk or whatever. But get in that training. And then also check out the post for today about writing your story that Jordan posted. It's so good. And make sure to get in some time to get that post posted today. And it's super helpful if you spend 5 minutes before posting to engage, commenting on people's posts, applying to their stories, wishing happy birthday, posting your post, and then commenting again, because that really opens up the algorithms, boosts your posts, helps bring more visibility to it. All right. Well, thanks you all. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you later.